last lesson, we talked about the meaning of the two numbers in the 4/4 time signature. Now let's translate this into how we might actually strum along to a song in 4/4 time. A very common misunderstanding is that the time signature dictates the strumming pattern we have to use. So I often get beginner guitarists, when asked to strum 4 beats to the bar, come up with something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, whilst that's not actually wrong, it's really going to be the most appropriate pattern to strum along to an actual song. Perhaps the best way to understand strumming patterns is to see them as having 3 layers, something like this. The bottom layer is the place to start. But what do I mean by underlying strumming pattern? Well, almost every song that can be written in 4/4 time will have an underlying strumming pattern that comes from 4 strokes or 8 strokes or 16 strokes to the bar. Notice that these are always multiples of the top number in the time signature, in this case 4. So each of the different underlying patterns can simply be achieved by doubling the number of strokes. In some cases, this works best simply by playing twice as fast. So I can get from a 4-beat feel to an 8-beat feel simply by doubling the number of downstrokes that I'm playing. And this has quite a rocky effect. We could also double the number of strokes by including the upstrokes. So I can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, where I'm only connecting with the strings on the downstrokes but missing them on the up, to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and where I let the pick trail behind my hand as I come up and add an extra stroke in like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And this tends to give a softer effect. The all down strokes compared to the down up. Slightly smoother effect. For a 16-beat feel, at most tempos, there's little option but to include both down and up strokes. So I can jump from 4 to 16 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, 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 down. And to do that with all downstrokes is really just too hard. But again, quite rocky sounding. So that is pretty much all there is to say about the underlying pattern. The next layer is something we call accentuation. Starting with the basic underlying pattern, we choose one or more of the strokes we're playing to accentuate, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We might start just by accentuating the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe beats 1 and 3 in an 8-beat pattern, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or maybe beats 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. And that's the underlying pattern for the basic rock beat. finally, we can create an almost infinite variety of different strumming patterns from these basics by selectively missing or muting beats. Let's look at two specific examples. This is one of the most commonly used natural acoustic guitar strumming patterns in use today. And if we look at it closely, we can see that it's got an underlying pattern of 8 beats, played down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And on top of this, we accentuate beats 1 and 3. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Notice that this accentuation is not done by striking the strings harder, rather by accelerating the movement of the hand through the strings on those 2 beats. So it's not 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then finally, we simply miss the strings on the upstrokes that come after the first 2 main beats. So we go from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 to 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's just look at one more example. When I strum along to a song like Benny King's Stand By Me, the end result might sound something like this. Well, this is made up of an underlying pattern of 8 downstrokes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On top of that is a layer with an accentuated first beat and upstroke, or rather upbeat, on the beat that comes after the second beat. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then the half beat that comes after beat 1, as well as beat 2, are both muted out. And beat after beat 2 is then left to ring for the remainder of the bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Hope you found that lesson interesting. If you did, please click on the like button if there is one, or leave a comment. And do feel free to share the video with your friends. And if you'd like to gain access to all my guitar teaching materials, please go over to the secretguitarteacher.com site and take a free look round at what we've got available there. See you again soon.